Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, the Silver Forum. I hope you're well. I'm just going to have a look at a couple of coins that have come back 69 to see if we can see anything, basically. So I've had a good look at these coins under a loop. I've spent a good amount of time with them, and all I can say is the differences are minuscule. I've had a good look at this £2 gold proof, the 2003 DNA. And it's a great looking coin. The only slight thing I could possibly see is around the rim there. It's like a rim nick. It's very hard to see at this magnification, but just where the sort of light's shining there, I'm just going to try and get in a little bit closer. Possibly around there. And I'm filming this at really hard magnification now. Way more than you can actually see in a 2.5 times loop, even a 5. It's really hard to tell because like where that is, there's the odd scuff on the capsule, a very light scuff on the capsule, so it's not on the coin on the obverse what we're seeing there. So it just goes to show the margins are absolutely tiny on these, and you can still get a great coin. If anybody can spot anything else what's wrong with that, but I think it's there around about the rim, about there. And usually with what brings good now is anything what happened to the coin after it's been minted. So there is a bit of allowance for things like a bit of frosting missing, a bit of things like that. Some guys are hypercritical when it comes to the tiniest bit of frosting missing, but it's it doesn't usually affect grading in my experience. Like I say, with this one, I've had a really good look at this coin. It is very hard to see any issues with that. And again, I'll look across the frosting, see if there's any sort of contact marks, any hairlines. And it's very, very difficult to see what the issue is with that coin. And we are super zoomed in here. If anything, a tiny bit above the R on the rim, maybe. Who knows? But it's absolutely minuscule. On the 2003, we zoom in, I've had a good look at this, and yes, there is a very, very slight contact mark, and it's between, it's almost where the dragon's nose is and the sort of back of the knee joint of the horse. There is a very slight mark in the field, and that is on the coin, not the capsule. If I tilt it backwards and forwards there, but it's only very slight. And most people, I'm telling you, if I'm holding that coin at sort of arm's length now behind the camera, I can't see a thing. And I've only managed to spot that one with a high-powered loop. We can get it zoomed in again. Can we get zoomed in? Yeah, there we are. So it is there, but I swear it is only very slight. The obverse is clean as a whistle. Really nice coin. So it just goes to show the sort of really fine margins we're all working with. So any sort of slight hairlines or anything like that will bring the coin down. Again, the 1995, the half ounce proof Britannia. there is a hint of a hairline around this area. So possibly, and there is the slightest of cabinet marks or friction marks literally above where eyebrow is, and even at this magnification, it's hard to see on here, but I can see it under a loupe. Whereas there's a slightest like a abrasion or slight rub mark above her eye. But other than that, it's a great looking coin. And again, those scuffs are on the plastic capsule. And the last one is the Clarence 2023. So this is a brand new one. This is really tough, this one. There's a slight bit of frosting missing on its back, just where the shadow's there. But it is almost like a microscopic dot. I think what's pulled this one back is the obverse. And like I say, I'm behind the camera now, I can't even see it, but there is again, there's a bit of frosting missing there, which shouldn't normally affect the grading. If anything, and this is just being honest as I can, the obverse strike looks a bit weak. It just doesn't look as pin sharp as other coins. So again, that's just my opinion, but it looks perfect, which it well, almost is perfect. But I just feel it's a slightly weaker strike. So I don't know if that is the opinion what the NGC's taken on this coin, where it just feels not as pin sharp as it should do, especially in the legend. So they're just my thoughts, and it just goes to show the market for modern proof coins is demanding 70s. But if you just want a great coin, there's nothing wrong with a coin that comes in at a 69. But unfortunately, if you do get coins graded at 69 and you are hoping to sell it on, yes, it will have a reducing effect on the saleability because the market dictates a 70. I mean, just showing these two as an example. I've got the two double sovereigns here. If you showed them side by side to almost anybody, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. And again, this, like I said, there is that slight little mark off near the dragon's nose, where that one's spot on. So that is the sort of difference with dealing with these coins, and it's very hard for collectors, people who are grading, because they're almost trying to second guess NGC graders. So when you get a new coin from the mint, or whichever mint that is, some people can be hypersensitive to the odd bit of, shall we say, bit of frosting missing, where sometimes, in my opinion, that's not the diminishing factor. I think anything with hairlines, anything that looks like it's the coins come in contact with something, they are the detractors. And possibly how well the coin struck, who knows? So it'd be good to start a discussion on this, and I want it to be a two-way conversation. So if you guys got any thoughts on the matter, it is controversial, and it is hard sometimes when you get a coin graded and it comes back not the grade you're expecting, but it's part of the fun, should we say? I think it's part of the fun. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had more than my fair share of coins coming back not the grade I want. But overall, it just goes to show, if you're a coin collector and you just want to buy a great coin, there's definitely some bargains to be had with these sort of coins. If these hit the market, and again, this coin, I think it wasn't that much more of a spot, so you can't really complain at that. So let me know your thoughts, and I will see you again soon. Ta-da!